song for the broken hearted.
1025 The Bone. It is Mike Calta live on a Sunday with Robert Kelly live from New York. And we got Spanish here. Hoppy is here. And we are live taking your phone calls, 727-579-1025 or 800-771-1025.
It's my
That's Bobby's song right there. You can sing it if you want.
Bow now, dum dum bow, dum dum bow, dum dum bow, bow now, dum gow, dum gow, boom dum bow.
That's good.
Dum bow.
Ooh, okay. We will, we should probably get food since we're here.
Oh, I'm down with that.
I'm sorry.
Do you want me to get on that? I guess some Uber Eats?
I mean, Cafe Chibo's up the road. Are they open
You
yet?
want me to head over there?
I don't know. No, it's not even 11 o'clock yet. What's open right now? We're better off waiting until 11, aren't we?
Yeah, probably, because I think a lot of places will open by then.
Let me text Frankie. Text Frankie and see if he's in there, and get some Cafe Chibo, something that could be delivered or picked up and brought over here. We are live on the air with you today on this Sunday morning because I know a lot of you are bored and got nothing going on, and we'd rather give you live programming than repeats of fishing shows and all that other stuff. No offense to the fishing shows, but you can't tell somebody that there's mackerel running today if there's no mackerel running today. You know what I'm saying? If I go out on my boat and I'll be like, these guys said the mackerel are running, they're like, oh, that's from 3 weeks ago. That's unfair to the fishermen out there.
Yeah.
Hoppy, you're here for the fishing show?
For both of them.
We have two?
We have one 5 to 8 on Saturdays. Tampa Bay Fishing Radio.
5 in the morning till 8 o'clock.
Yes.
And what do they talk about?
Fishing, bro.
I know, but are they that day? Like if they say, hey, go out to this place, there's fish running?
I just pay attention to the board, man. It's very soon
Boring.
in the morning. No, it's not boring.
Wow,
I just
Ryan's
not
saying
boring.
boring.
You said
no. I'm
fishing
not
show is not boring, is what you're saying?
What I am saying is I don't know what fishing is. Like I know what fishing is, but they use all these terms like snook and mackerel, and I'm just
Those are
making
names
sure
of fish.
I'm just making sure they don't swear.
Oh, I got
It would
you.
be like if you were going into a show about science. If you have no idea what they're talking about,
Yeah.
it goes over your head.
Yeah.
It has
Not
nothing
me.
to do
I'm
with
very smart. I know a lot about a lot of things.
I'm glad.
Yeah, thank you. And then what other odd shows do we? What was that nonsense that was on before us today?
Purity products.
What is that?
I think it's green tea supplements.
Okay. I'm sure they're paying for that time, so I'm not going to say anything bad about it.
Everybody needs their supplements.
And now today you're getting this for free. This is Robert Kelly in New York, me here, Spanish, Hoppy, and your phone calls, and we're just trying to keep you entertained on a Sunday morning without talking about fish or green tea. Bobby, how are you holding up?
I'm holding up good. I'm at ground zero for Corona in the United States. In the world, actually, New York City is ground zero. I'm around.
Yeah, also
24.
Westchester, even worse, because you're the first place the National Guard rolled into.
I'm putting my life on the line to do this morning, right now.
Not really. You're not leaving the house.
Well, people will see me through the windows or see a light on, and they'll be like, well, somebody's in there. Maybe there's toilet paper. Maybe there's food. Maybe there's some bird seed. There's something that we can get from that person.
Most likely
and I'm
bird
gunless.
Seed. I know.
I'm gunless.
I know. I've really let Bobby down on the gun thing. He says he asked me to help him find a Jack Lore knife like a year ago, and I have tried so hard, and it's impossible to find. I've even
Went
gone
on the internet yesterday.
I even go to all my knife stores and hookups, and everybody's like, "Yeah, we don't have that." And then he showed me a picture one day of this really expensive Rolex, and he's like, "Find this."
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
a
know.
date just Jubilee bracelet with a fluted bezel, blue face. And I mean, it's not that hard to find. I just figured that you're the king of Florida, I would say that. I mean, the king. And, you know.
I'm not arguing with that.
We like to call him the Godfather down here.
I mean, either way, I'm fine with it. Listen to me. I have hookups at the Golden Diamond Source. I mean, we can have them look for it. I didn't know how serious you were about it. I thought you were just like, hey, I like this watch. Do you like it? We should get watches. You know, that kind of thing.
Oh, no, I didn't. I literally said, I need you to find me this watch. I literally gave you instructions. I really want to get this. Can you please contact? I know you know watch people.
Yes.
I've seen you around guys with watches. I mean, Tampa is, watch. Florida is where people have watches.
What if I call Bruce from Shooter's World right now, and see if we can ask him legally what we can do to get you your shotgun?
I mean, I'm not even kidding. My wife said to me yesterday, "You need to go get a gun."
Why? She's gonna kill you in your sleep?
No, stop. She's gonna be over me like Goodfellas. Put it down, Karen. No, I need a gun, dude. Listen, this is New York City. Things are getting bad. It's only been a couple weeks. Once this goes into a month and people start, I don't know. I don't want to wake up in the middle of the night and have to. I don't have a Jack Law knife to you know what I mean?
But you have 19 other knives. Just because you're not going to stab somebody with your favorite knife doesn't mean you're not protected.
It's not the same. Stabbing somebody with a knife that you kind of like isn't the same.
Like the one I bought you that you hate?
I don't hate it. It's just it's that.
It's Damascus steel and it's pretty, and you should be like, look at my pretty knife. Stab, stab.
I'm not going to stab somebody with Damascus steel. That's not. It's like a snob. But yes, I really need some type of weapon. I'm jealous. It makes me want to move to Florida, Tampa, because you guys all carry down there, and it's like you guys first of all, you're in a gated community. Nobody can get in. And then to find your house, you got to have GPS and 9 phones going anyways when you're inside the thing. And then you have guns galore.
I do like the idea that there's a guard there, because not like that guy's going to do anything, but just as a heads up, somebody at all points just keep it.
Is there a button that he can push? Like, okay, people just got by me. I tried. I couldn't do it. And he pushes a button and a red light goes off in everybody's house?
No, but evidently some kid tried to go in the exit way because the exit way was open, and he was like tackled by like a SWAT team. Like there is some sort of protocol to go after somebody who goes in when they're not supposed to.
Wow.
Yeah, because we all that's how we all communicate now, is on the internet. They have neighborhood watch parties. And everybody communicates with each other through the Facebook pages and whatnot. So when something's going on, like if there's a helicopter overhead for too long, people start getting on the internet. Why is there a helicopter flying over the west side? There's something going on. And then sometimes it puts your mind at ease, and sometimes it freaks you out.
Yeah, I that's why I want to move further up into the woods. I don't want to communicate with neighbors like that. I don't want to be part of any watch or community.
When I was a kid, I went to camp in the Adirondack Mountains in upstate New York. And it was the most remote, beautiful place ever. And you're in the mountain. Like, nobody's bombing the mountains when they want to bomb. They're going to look at a population. They're going to go, well, I'm not going to bomb the mountains. There's like six fat nerds that live here. Like, go down to the city.
Yeah, no joke. Me and Dom were probably a couple of days away from making an offer on a house around 30 minutes up in the woods.
That'd be nice.
I mean, a dream house, Mike.
Oh, really? Not like a cabin?
Dude, I would have my dressing room from my bedroom.
What?
Yeah. I had a dressing room with a TV in it, and his and her closets on either side that went into the walk-in Holy God shower, and then the big sunken tub. I mean, this house, it was just beautiful. In the woods, neighbors next to you, but far enough away.
So why didn't you go?
Why didn't I go and get it?
Yeah.
I don't know. The world fell apart. Every date I ever had got sucked out of my life.
I didn't know it was right then.
And now I have to use everything I have to make it to September.
You know who else could live on our property?
Can I just say something really quick? I need to thank all your fans for becoming a member of my Patreon.
They're good people.
Because they're the best people ever. I love them.
But let me explain. So Patreon is a page where you can go to support an artist that you would like a comedian or musician or anybody like that. Bobby has a Patreon, and what he does is he provides content for that group of people only. So if you're a Patreon member, you're getting a live show every night. You're getting all his special content of the interviews from the Sheds with him, and I know you got one with Anthony Cumia coming up. You got Colin Quinn, you have Bill Burr, Ari Shafir, who hates people when they die. All of that stuff is up exclusively to the Patreon people. So when you buy it, you're not just like so Bobby and I are doing a show, and if you pay the cheapest one you can do is $5 a month. And if you do that, it's going to support these comedians who are out of work. I mean, Bobby's got a guy named Mike who works on his show that is producing it, who's also an out-of-work comedian. It's helping to support these people, but you're also buying this library of content. And I think it's if I was a fan, it would be a great bargain to do. And the fact that we're doing a show live every night is awesome.
The show we're doing every night is probably my favorite part. I mean, it really is. It's an hour, and it's hilarious. And we have these comics on because I get to introduce you to all my comics that you don't know.
Yeah. Like I knew Brendan Sagalow, but I never met him before. So it's good to see. And this is the way you judge whether a guy is going to be funny when they're in town. Like if I see a guy who's here like Mike Feeney, and I see a stand up and I'm like, yeah, stand up's pretty funny, but I don't know how he'll be on the radio or whatever. Now I get to like test run all these guys. So it's been great. It's been great.
Yeah, it's like a AAA farm team for your show.
You know who I want to get on? Farm team is John Heffron. Do you know John?
I love John.
It's actually Heffron, but I've been saying it wrong for years. John is the single biggest paranoid prepper I've ever met.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You would love John. John was the first person to teach me how to pick locks.
What?
Oh, yeah. He will only... We're going to have a compound together, but you are only allowed to live there if you have some sort of skill that you can, like Spanish will get to live there because he can run and scavenge for us. He could do all the running.
Yeah, I'm the tiny one, so I can get in the tiny places.
Right.
He'd have like a squirrel outfit that he made off of squirrel hides where he'd fly through the shit, and you'd look and be like, oh, it's a squirrel, but it's really Spanish.
Yes. So John's in a house now. He bought a house like in the middle of nowhere. He's like in this middle of this property. And he wants to be isolated like that, and then he's going to put cameras so he can see who's approaching from all the angles. And he's so paranoid that he thinks somebody's been flying a drone up to his window to trying to see what's going on in there.
Yeah, are you sure that's not mental illness? Is that prepping?
Probably mentally ill, but he's also prepping at the same time. So he could be good for us, and then if we have to kill him, we'll kill him one day.
You're talking about John Heffron from Last Comic Standing.
Yes. I was
John Heffron with the bum chin.
With the bum what?
Does he have a bum chin?
Oh, yeah. A bum chin. I know. I have one, too. I hide it with my beard.
You don't have one.
Oh, I do have one. I have a cleft on my chin.
It's not. You don't have a bum chin. There's no way you have a bum chin.
You're going to make me shave. Look, you can feel it.
I'm just saying you don't have a bum chin. I'm looking right at it. There's no bum chin. Dude, yeah, you can push it together to make a bum.
No, I'm spreading my hair apart on my chin so you can see my chin.
Oh, there's clearly bum chin in there, Robert Kelly.
Thank you.
Clearly.
You're spreading your cheeks apart?
Spreading my bum apart.
On your face?
Let me grab some of these phone calls, you jerks. John, good morning. You're on with Mike Calta and Robert Kelly. What's happening, sir?
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Not much. I wanted to tell Bob Kelly, that I saw him at McCurdy's, and he had my wife laughing so hard that she had to physically get up out of McCurdy's and walk out to the bar so she could catch her breath. It was a great show.
Oh, buddy, thank you so much. That makes me feel great.
I will tell you that's not. I mean, I will insult Bobby as much as I will praise him, but he is as good as friends as we are. He is one of the funniest stand-up comedians you will ever see. And I've seen normally when Ralphie, I saw Ralphie so many times. I used to hang out with him that I knew all of his jokes. But with Bobby, every time I see him, it's like all new stuff that I didn't know, and it's funnier than the last stuff. And if you don't know what Flying Monkeys or Brad Pitt's face on it are, you need to go watch The Degenerates on Netflix right now. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Bobby, that is some of the funniest stuff.
Thank you, buddy. Yeah. That makes me feel good. And it's funny because you bring up McCurdy's, and it's sad because this whole thing, Michael, Les is trying to put this thing together. You know Les.
I do know.
He's trying to put this thing together. He actually has this bill that he's putting together. You call your senator to waive mortgages and all this stuff for these small businesses because, look, side splitters and McCurdy's comedy clubs, your local clubs, when they go back into play, you guys have to go support them as much as you can.
Totally. And I'm telling you right now, I will do as much as I can with both of those places to help them get their act going together because these are small businesses that we've loved for years. And these are, especially Les is a great guy, not only for the club, but in the community. Everybody knows him. He's good to comedians. Yeah. Brian BT over at Side Splitters, great to comedians. These are guys that it's going to flourish when we get the green light to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's go to Joe. Joe, good morning. You're on the bone. What's happening, Joe?
Hey, thanks for being on today, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
I've been listening since you started Cowheads in the Afternoon. Called several times, but it's always busy. I'm calling from Sarasota, tried to go see Mr. Kelly, but by the time I talked to my wife, the thing is sold out, so we're waiting for him to come back down.
Yeah, you can't be a slacker around here when you're dealing with people as famous as we are. You got to get in early.
Tell me about it. Want to just give you guys a shout out. Really appreciate Hoppy being in there. Love hearing Hoppy. Love you guys making fun of Hoppy. Love Galvin impersonating Hoppy.
Yes.
And want more Hoppy. He's, by far today, you're the best personality today. He's second, and then Mr. Kelly a close third.
Wow.
So
I'm in here, sir.
Yeah.
There's a fourth human being in the room.
There is no top 4 list, Spanish. Thank you, sir. There's no top 4 list.
Wow.
That's it.
But am I third?
Yeah, you got third, Robert. Can you believe that?
I'll take third.
No.
I'll take third after
How can you
somebody
stand for
on the-
that?
Nobody wants to tell the autistic kid he's not.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hurt the kid on the
I
spectrum
give up.
feelings.
I give up.
Hoppy, you got a girlfriend now?
No, I do not.
Hoppy was dating a girl, and she almost ruined his life.
She basically did almost ruin it.
Made him make all these bad decisions. And
We got engaged and
They did a photo shoot. They did a weird photo shoot where they were like looking at each other in the mirror. It was awful.
look up my name, Robert. You'll see it on Google. It's lives on forever and ever. She sat on my lap as if we're about to have sex. And
So-
I took pictures and I put them on a mug and gave it to Spanish for Christmas.
I still have that mug, and I see her every once in a while at the place that she works because I'm a frequent customer there, and it is so awkward because neither of us will acknowledge that we know the other person.
Oh.
I refuse.
You know why I don't like her? You know why I don't like her? Because when she broke up with Hoppy, she tried to bring me into this situation.
yeah.
Right, Hoppy?
what'd she do?
You said that she broke up with you in the store and then was like...
Robert, you got to hear this. So we're at Target and she dumps me in front of everybody.
Target?
She thought she was pregnant. So she wasn't pregnant, even though I did all the things to make sure she wasn't pregnant. She was
Like what?
crazy.
Boom, boom, tequila stairs?
You know, the method.
Yeah.
So, Robert, we're in the snack section at Target, and I go, I'm glad you're not pregnant. I can't wait for us to have a kid named Rowan. That was going to be the name of our kid. And she goes, I'm done with you. You're never going to make it. Mike Calta doesn't respect you. Drew Garabo doesn't respect you. You're going to go nowhere in life in front of everybody at Target.
So honest.
Well, I don't know what's worse. You starting to tell her that you're going to have a kid with her after she found out she wasn't pregnant? Or in Target? Like, you bringing that up in Target, you started it.
I did. And
Yeah.
I'm atheist, but I'm not 100% atheist because there has to be a God. The fact that she dumped me, I got so... Dude... The fact that you gave me a second, oh God, why is it on Bone TV? I'm getting triggered.
Oh, there's all the pictures, yeah. Oh, wow.
Oh God, it's a
Who
different.
did you think that was Joe Sale?
Yeah.
Yeah, he made you both look great.
yeah, for real.
What
Takes
is
a lot
the
of work to-
technique? What is the technique you talk? You mean the Mardi Gras float? That technique?
What is the technique to get rid of a baby?
Is that the?
How can I say it on the radio?
I don't know. Tell me. What the hell is it? He just gave me the worst hand so you want to
Turn off the mics real quick.
just...
The
Oh, you mean you were trying not to get her pregnant?
yeah, it's
Not trying to get rid of her pregnancy.
She said she was pregnant, even though I never.
Even though
completed.
he's been, yeah, I gotcha. Even though he didn't do it where, in the place where you can, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, he did the Mardi Gras float. He threw the beads all over the.
Yeah.
You know
all
what's
over.
funny?
Yeah.
I've had everybody report to me Spanish. Everybody says they see her at that place. They're like, "Oh yeah, I saw your ex at this place," and I'm like, "That's great."
You know, it'd be great if everybody could bring her up. Everybody could bring it up to her when they see her. They go, "Hey, Hoppy's old girlfriend."
Yeah. Oh God.
Do it
I think
Spanish.
it's the camera angle too on him right now. It makes the top of his head look larger.
No, my head's huge.
Oh, it's just a big head. Okay.
Yeah, you got a
this is-
Frankenhead.
Yeah, find out he's on the spectrum. Try to touch his ears. If he
Not on the
snaps your
spectrum.
neck, then he, then he might be on the spectrum.
Hobby, you're not a bad-looking kid,
I know. I have.
but you have
potential.
so many things working against you.
Like what?
Well, not today. You don't look bad, but usually your fashion sense is terrible, and it's only because you don't have clothes that fit your giant size.
He dresses like a soccer hooligan.
I would say in the last year to 2 years, I've improved.
Because
2015.
what did I teach you the most?
Clothes.
No, before clothes. What did I teach you the most that you were not doing?
Hygiene.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Dude,
Yeah.
Brushing your teeth every
2015
day.
Hoppy and 2020 Hoppy are two different people.
It's true. 2020 Hoppy is successful.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
2015 Hoppy was this weird dude just lost
Listen,
in life.
the mirror photo that I'm looking on Bone TV.
The mirror's the best.
Good.
Joe, do
I
you
would
have the
ne-
one,
I-
the scissor one? Hold on, you got to see the other one. The one I put on the mugs.
I wouldn't be in a room alone with this kid if I saw that photo.
I put that mirror photo up, and people have photoshopped it for months.
Mike, what about the time when I was wearing the sweater and then I was wearing the swimsuit and me and her were walking around Publix and somebody that worked at Publix took a picture of it?
Sent it to me, tweeted it at me. He was wearing a sweater and a swimsuit.
We just came back from the beach and I wanted to put on jeans in the bathroom and she's like, "No, you're fine. Let's just go to Publix."
You were looking California, feeling Minnesota.
Oh God.
Poor Hoppy. One day when he first got here, I was like, we got to take this kid shopping, and we went to the. Well, you were getting an award for your podcast,
Which
so we
I've
had to
won
go
twice. Best local podcast.
So we had to go buy an outfit to accept your award. Wasn't that it?
Yeah, and then Spanish is looking. Remember, my socks are so dirty.
Okay, so dude, let me tell him this. We go to Dillard's,
This is the old
department store, the old you. This is 5 years ago.
Yes.
And we go, and he's a kid. I remember when I was like starting the radio, all I had was like 2 pairs of jean shorts and 3 navy blue T-shirts, 3 navy blue like big dog T-shirts. It was the worst. I don't know how I ever got my wife. So, and I drove a car with T-tops. So we take him to Dillard's. And we're like, Hoppy, we have to find like extra long everything for him because he's a giant. And then I'm on a roll now, and I'm like, just get tea. We're finding like 2 for $1. I'm like, get him everything. Just buy a whole bunch of stuff.
Got him cologne, make him smell nice.
He went to the dressing room, and I'm not going to lie to you at all, okay? I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not exaggerating for the radio. He went to the dressing room, and I approached the dressing room to see how he looked in his clothes, and the smell that hit me. I grew up in Staten Island, home of the largest garbage dump in the world. I would rather breathe that in on a hot summer day than ever go near your feet in 5 years ago. Yeah. And then I looked and I go, what is that? And it was his socks. And his socks were a putrid brown. It was if you ran in Bobby's living room after his dog left those minefields and played in it for a half hour. It was the worst smell. It made me mad at you for a couple of minutes. But then we got you new socks.
And I'm a new person.
We got you new clothes. We taught you how to brush your teeth.
And I'm a new person.
And we made a new person out of you. It's slightly better than the old one.
I try not to think about that stuff, man. It's just
it's okay.
Why would you not? Why would you not just? I mean, socks are the cheapest thing in the world.
I was in a weird spot. I worked in Cleveland, and I got fired there, and I moved here, and I was living in a hotel for a month trying to find an apartment.
Yeah, he was in a bad spot. He had no money, and also he had no place to wash his clothes. That's the number one problem. Like homeless people stink. Not because they're not taking, like they go in bathrooms and try to clean themselves. They can't wash their clothes, and your clothes get that clothes stink to it. So Hoppy had that.
You can wash. Listen, if you wash your socks in a sink with a little soap, that's all you do.
Not when you're 20 years old and you're mad at the world and don't know where you're going. I mean, he was in a bad spot. I let that go. Then we had him in the studio making out with a couple of hot chicks. Like he actually got some hot chicks.
That was good times.
On the cruise, you made out with a hot chick.
Yeah.
I was supposed to have a threesome on the cruise, but I was getting no cell service.
Why does that have to do with it?
Because she was like, "Here, give me a." She was like, "Give me a call."
Yeah, you got to get your Apple playlist going.
No, you didn't get any cell service because she's like, "Here, text me later."
Yeah, Jack and the Beanstalk.
The Frankenstein theme had to be playing.
Here's my take my magic beans on your neck.
Oh, poor Hoppy. But now you're a new man.
Yeah.
Now all he does now. He's always working here. He's like one of the most reliable guys here. And he's always doing his podcast, which he's very proud of, and he works hard at. So.
And something new that I've seen him do a lot of is he does videos on his stairs there in front of his thing. Yeah.
Until everything gets back to normal. Oh my God!
This is my favorite.
That is the best.
Can you see this? Can you see this on Bone TV when I made him wear the bag on his head?
Or how about when Jim was
now
here?
I'm looking at all the different things in the mirror.
Yeah.
Mike,
Photoshop.
What about when I interviewed Jim? Remember, and I had to wear the mask, Jim Norton?
He wanted to meet Jim Norton so bad, but I said the only way is if he wore a mask when he came in. I didn't want him to scare poor Jimmy. Why did you get mad that day? I don't remember.
You were mad at me.
I was mad at you, and I only let you in if you wore the bag on your head?
Yes, because I wanted to interview him on my podcast, which I got to because of you in the back room of Side Splitters. And Jim's like, "You're such a good boy."
So then he came in here and with the bag on his head, and as I'm talking to him through the bag, he got mad and ripped the bag off his head and walked out of the room. So, of course,
Hulk ripped it,
they made him green. Like,
What about when I punched Galvin in the face on accident?
Oh, my God, dude.
What?
Yeah.
Hoppy, I have to tell you something. To this day, it's one of my favorite moments, both for you doing it and Galvin's reaction to it.
Galvin,
you know Galvin, Bobby, how touchy he is.
Yeah,
So
he's a little touchy
we were
sometimes.
doing football punches where, every time you had to punch the person for every loss that you had. So Hoppy comes in and he goes to punch Galvin in the arm, and it slips off his arm and hits him in the chin. Dude, I lost my goddamn mind. And the best was Galvin didn't lose it. Galvin just looks at me and goes, "Are you serious?" Galvin kept his cool, but he was still pissed off, and that was one of the funniest things ever, man.
What about when I got tased by the dominatrix? Remember that against the wall?
Sahara
In the
Huxley,
gooch.
yeah.
Right in the gooch.
That hurt.
You've been a good trooper, Hoppy.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Because I gained a certain amount of respect for Spanish along the way as executive producer. I'm like, well, we can't be zapping your taint now.
It's
You're
a
the
very
executive
little,
producer
yeah.
of a very widely listened to show.
I appreciate it. Even the little respect that it still makes me feel good to hear you say you respect me a little bit.
Right. I'm the only one who could hurt you.
Right,
That's funny, Mike, because Mushy Mike, the producer of Riotcast and my YKWd, and he's been producing the show we're doing, 1,000 pounds of funny. I electrocuted him when I first met him.
See, it's kind of like a rite of passage.
Yeah, we were in a mall and they had those massage things that you put on your body.
Yeah.
And you can, jolt up the thing and it spasms your body.
Yeah. The TENS units.
I put 2 of them on him in a mall kiosk, and I turned it up all the way and I hit the button, and it literally, he would go,
Big
and
stroke face.
oh, dude, he would literally, his whole body would just freeze
Yeah.
and curl up, and he just took it. I was like, "Is it hurt?" He goes, "Little."
Yeah. That's a good guy. You got a good guy when you get a guy who doesn't get mad and he goes, "I can take it. Just do it."
And then we went to the next kiosk with the caricature guy, and I had him make a caricature of me electrocuting him, and he still has it hanging on his wall to this day.
See?
Now, question: Who is that group picture to your right? I'm watching Bobby on video.
Okay, this
All I see is the guy who looks like John Oates.
that's Patrice.
No, where? That guy.
This guy?
Yeah.
That's David Tell.
I can't see from here. He looks like he's got big
That's
monkey
Anthony
ears.
Cumia, Rich Voss, Jim Norton, Will. That's Patrice's mom. That's Marina Franklin, Keith Robinson, Opie, Anthony, Colin Quinn, Ian Edwards, and Billy Burr,
Okay.
the guy who put it all together. And that's Patrice's girl, Vaughn. Yeah,
David Tell looks awful. He looks like that monkey that Chris Kattan used to play on Saturday Night Live. Peepers. Mr.
I always
Peepers.
say David Tell dresses like a locksmith.
All right, we got to take another break. Phone lines are open. There's some people on hold. I'll get to your phone calls when you come back. 727-579-1025, 800-771-1025. Spanish, what did you find out on the food situation?
Okay, Cafe Chibo is not open today until 5 p.m.
Oh, my God.
I know, I'm sorry, but there's a whole bunch of stuff I can order us on on Uber Eats if you want.
Chicago Paul's is good.
What is Chicago Paul's?
The pizza place over there.
In here? Like the one in our parking lot?
They've done it for Miggs and Swig.
Give out. Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't trust that place.
Sorry.
It got shut down before it was for being dirty last time. And we can't eat from the dead guy in the bar over
Right,
here.
no, I can't do that.
That guy hung himself in the bar. I
Yeah.
can never eat.
What? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
downstairs here? All right, we'll find something. Bobby, sorry, you're out of luck. Keto pancake.
I'm starving. I'm so hungry with you guys talking about food.
All right, well, we'll take a break. You can go get a snack if you'd like. I have eaten so many bad things. I ate a whole roll, not at one sitting, but a whole roll of Pillsbury cookie dough.
Yes.
I was going to make cookies with my daughter. And I
What are you
ate
trying to lose a foot during this?
I was hungry and I didn't have any. I don't know. It was my snack. I just grab a little ball and I just eat that.
That's not a snack. A whole row of cookie dough.
I didn't eat it at one time. I ate it over a couple of days.
It doesn't matter. You're
I
not supposed to
squeezed
eat a
out.
whole.
I squeezed out like toothpaste.
Yeah, but it's not. It's not meant to be. First of all, told people to stop doing that.
Why?
Because it has to be cooked.
It's lies. Those are all lies. They've been telling
No,
you
it's
just like,
a fact. It has egg in it.
No, and even if you sit too close to the TV, your eyes never went cross. Those are all lies that our parents are too dumb. They didn't know. They just made stuff up.
So you're just sticking your finger. Are you grabbing it with your fingers?
Pushing it out like toothpaste. And eating it like that.
Why don't you get a fat guy toothbrush just to brush it in your teeth?
I don't know what that is, but I'll try it. That, and I bought, let me just tell you what else I bought.
Oh, Jesus, there's more?
Yeah. This is
You're not even trying.
My new special is called Fat and Quarantined.
You're not even trying, Michael.
I bought dough, like pizza dough from Publix. They have like a little round ball of dough.
Oh.
And I'm going to listen, I don't know what this means, okay? But I bought chicken. I bought shredded chicken from a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
I bought dough, and I bought street corn dip. You know street corn? Street corn, they make corn, and they put pepper in it and all that stuff. Street corn. This is a street corn chip dip.
Sounds like a Mexican hooker.
Yes. So I'm going to mix the chicken and the street corn and some cheese, and I'm going to roll it in the dough, and I'm going to make street corn stripper dips. I don't know what the name of it's going to be.
It sounds like.
It sounds delicious.
Street corn sounds like a derogatory way of saying this Mexican hooker. Yo, man, see that street corn on
loaded with street corns down there.
Dude, you got to listen, Mike. I'm telling you, I'm 297.
Yeah, I heard.
I'm under 300.
Woo,
and
yeah.
I'm telling you, I haven't given up once on this diet.
That's good.
So
You'll be the one to get corona and die now. Finally on your way up, and they just take it out of you.
I know, making my lungs weaker by less fat around them.
I have to walk up the stairs every night, so I feel like I'm getting some exercise in.
You have 5 stairs.
I have 5 both ways, so it's 10.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, that's 5.
Yeah.
Oh, you sleep in that other room?
Yeah, upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
Well, I would like for you to try a little bit. You know what I mean? For lunch, why don't you get a salad?
Jeez.
No. I mean, I like salad, but we're in hard times right now. You get what you can. We're scavengers right now.
You're not scavengers. Every place is open.
Listen, cookie dough is fantastic.
Cookie dough is not. Cookie dough is made. I can't even understand that you're just eating raw dough out of a tube. Like I would never want to be in an apocalypse with you, because a week and a half in, all the food would be gone.
Yes.
Just the
we
junk
just go
food
into the
would be
storage room and you'd be naked with food on your fingers.
I'm that
Like,
one
where'd
guy
it go? I ate it.
I'm that one guy that was in the attic when Anne Frank that she kept eating the chocolate when nobody was looking. I know what you're saying. Don't worry. That's why I prepared for this apocalypse.
Our families would have to meet and we'd have to kill you just so we could survive.
Let me tell you, though, I was a Boy Scout, so I'm prepared. You know why? Because I bought 2 rolls of cookie dough. So don't worry. There's one for you guys and one for me. All right, I got to take a break. Bobby Kelly live in New York. Me and Hoppy in Spanish here in the studio. We'll take a quick break. It's Mike Calta. It's 102.5 The Bone.
You're listening to 102.5 The Bone. We make fun of everything here at 102.5 The Bone. But when it's time to inform you, the listener, we have your back. Listen to The Bone or visit theboneonline.com for all of the latest updates on the coronavirus.